So, today's topic, what do I stand for? I heard on the radio today a song, and I will have the song posted under this video by the time I post this video. But the repetitive theme kept coming up with, what do I stand for? I'm not a singer, so don't judge. But what do I stand for? And that got me to thinking, what do I stand for? You know, a lot of people, they tend to think that their jobs are who they are. Now, there are a lot of people out there that angle for a career, and that's what they go to school for, and that's what they get job-wise, employment-wise, and they're very fulfilled their entire life doing that. I'm not one of those people, unfortunately. I wish I was, but I'm just not. I still don't know what I'm going to do when I grow up. But I do know what I like to do. I like to write. I like to create. I'm very right-brained, blah, blah, blah. But what do I stand for? You know, everybody has that innate question of, why am I here? And you're never ever going to answer that question. There's too many variables involved. But you can answer the question of, what do you stand for? What do I stand for? And I started thinking about that. What do I stand for? You know, I could tell you politically what I stand for. I could tell you morally, socially what I stand for. I'm full-blood Sicilian, so you know I'm Catholic. Religion-wise, I can tell you what I stand for. All of that mumbo-jumbo stuff. But what do I stand for? Who am I? Who is Christopher? What do I stand for? How do I come to terms with that? I went home yesterday, and my little girl, she's 6 years old. She came up to me, and she was very excited. She wanted to tell me that her art had been entered in the school art fair. And I just thought that was great, because she's the one in the family, out of the 5 children I have, she's the one that got the artistic eye, that ability. And I thought that was great. And it reminded me, when I first started having children, of which 5 was not the number I had intended on, but it's the number that, again, Catholic, Italian, Sicilian, God decided to give me. I started thinking, am I going to be a good father? How can I be a good father? How can I do things better than my father did? Not that my childhood was bad by any stretch of the imagination. I'm not one of those starving artists or abused childhood guys who overcame all of that stuff. I had a good childhood. I had a great childhood, as a matter of fact. I think everything went really well, and my parents treated me really well. But my father wasn't around a lot. He wasn't around a lot because he did 2 jobs, which allowed us the vacations and you know, the amenities of the house, the air conditioning all summer long, and all that stuff. 2 cars. But that was the price he paid. Now, I would like to have that same style of living for my family without paying that high of a price. I want to be around more for my kids. So again, it comes back to, what do I stand for? Here's what I want. I want to be rich. Rich. I'm not at all on board with those people who say they're, you know, with a lot of money comes all this responsibility, and the idle rich, and you become idle and you're bored and blah, blah. I don't believe any of that. I want to be rich. I want to be in the limelight. I would love to be in the limelight. I want to write. I want my writings to become great works of movies, of books, of comic books, fables, you know, I'd love to be in Reader's Digest at one point. I want my kids to grow up thinking at one point, I want all of them to at one point think, you know, Dad was my hero. I know it won't be forever, but at one point was my hero. That's everything that I want. But who am I? Who am I? What do I stand for? Here's what I stand for. Here's what I stand for, world. I stand for parenting. That's what I stand for. I'm a good parent. I'm an excellent parent. I'm an excellent father. I think of Joseph being the first father of all. Try to get on his level of being a father. And as I know, I'll never make that level of excellence, but I aspire to that. I aspire to be a great dad. I want my kids to turn around in life and adore their childhood. I want my wife to look at me and think I'm an excellent father and provider. That's what I want. That's who I am. That's what I strive for. So when people ask, you know, what's your job? I tell them I'm raising 5 angels sent from heaven. That's a huge job. What I do to do that is all just mechanics. The job I have now, just mechanics. You know, the people that help me in my schooling, mechanics. All of that stuff's mechanics. Who am I? What do I stand for? I stand for family. I stand for love. I stand for leadership. I stand for parenting. I stand for family. Family, love, parenting, family. Always comes back to family. And again, you're thinking that's sort of stereotypical. You're Italian and you're Sicilian, and isn't that what Hollywood writes about? There's a reason why Hollywood writes about that. It's because it's true. So that's what I stand for. What do you stand for? Can you answer that? Not the why you are here, because you're never going to be able to answer that, but what do you stand for? Can you take a good look at yourself and ask yourself, what do you stand for? And again, this is my social condition. What's yours?